Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back. What's going on? Huge day for a lot of the swings. If you're in the Discord, if you're in premium especially, there was like so many, just one after another hitting targets today. WBD almost at the last target, up 60%. These are all like literally within the last month. MRVL, second target hit today. Peloton, I literally alerted yesterday. And it was up like 24-25% today. DraftKings 33%. NET. I mean, it's swing season right now, so I've been waiting for. Even if you're not in premium, we just had the AMD swing hit the first target. It's already up 21% since the alert a few weeks ago. We're about to look at crypto. Bitcoin and Ethereum are very close to hitting other targets, or actually Bitcoin is, not really Ethereum. And what's up, Frank, Dave, AK, Tenderfoot in the chat, and Keanu says, I'm saying until you mention CLOV. All right, guys, so we are going to be getting started tonight with a looking at CLOV, which was flat today, but held up gains from yesterday. Very nice day. Closed up 10%, was higher at one point. You can see the volume is rising over here. I talked about that 4-hour inverse head and shoulders, and today you actually back tested the breakout. So you broke out yesterday. Today you flipped that previous resistance trend line into a support, bounced off of it. You're still seeing a little bit of choppiness at this little inflection zone over here. I can draw it out. You can see some lows and highs here from the past. I'd say above 140 would help you clear that zone, and then after that I got 156 as the next level. Nothing really too complicated. Pretty nice little break, hook and go on lower time frames. Volume was, this is exactly what you want to see with break, hook and goes, right? Break, hook and goes are when you break out of a level, you flip it into resistance, then you move higher. Look at the volume on that. Your breakout volume, right? Great education right here. Breakout over here, volume spiked on the breakout. Then you started retracing back into that level. What happened to your volume while you were pulling back? Volume drops. And then you bounce off the level, and then what happens? Highest volume. That is picture perfect, exactly what you want to see on breakouts. It doesn't really get much better than that. So that is CLOV. Let's do the original stream run through breakdown. Let's do the usual thing. I'm going to start off with crypto, then talk about other markets, then go into the stock market. I just had to start off with CLOV because Keanu wanted me to look at it so badly. But yeah, what's going on with Bitcoin? You've got a little bit of hidden bullish divergence on the daily. You are less than $1,000 away from the third target of the swing. This was alerted for free in the Discord to all of you. Link is in the description. I think on January 10th is when I alerted it. And since then, Bitcoin is up 38%. The third target is 43%. So on the last stream, we talked about this little range on low time frames. And you can see just about an hour ago, Bitcoin broke out of this range, took out these highs, and now it's pulling back. What did we just talk about on CLOV? The breakout with good volume. You saw that over here. And now you're pulling back on a lower volume. This 1 hour candle is about to close. Look how low the volume is here. So if you start to get a move like this, and then your volume does something like this, that's your break, hook, and go. Beautiful. So another good example over there on Bitcoin. Let's move over to Ethereum. Also, hidden bullish divergence on the daily time frame. This looks pretty nice to me. It's like a little bit of a bullish pennant formed here. And now you're breaking out of that. You're already above the first target on the Ethereum swing. You do have this resistance around 1700, so that could be the level it's testing next. If that breaks, though, there's not much resistance, believe it or not, until the second target of the swing, which would be a 50% gain. Currently, the Ethereum swing is up 27%. In terms of crypto stocks, Grayscale Bitcoin, nice little break, hook, and go here as well at this $12 level. Highest candle close since like the beginning of September from last year. Mara on lower time frames. Well, first of all, on the daily, it actually is reclaiming 717 as a support. But on lower time frames, you can see there was this little downsloping channel. You broke out of that today. And then RIOT, a little bit different, not a downsloping channel. On low time frames for RIOT, you had an ascending triangle, just like that. And you broke out of the ascending triangle into the close. So those stocks doing well as well. What's up, Zeke in the chat? Chetta's in here. Drop some vibes in the chat for Chetta. She's been crushing it in the Discord. I did see your Meta technical trades, Shark. This was posted a long time ago. There you go. Down at $137. I think it's like 180 something maybe after hours. Let me check on that. Meta reported earnings today. We will take a look at that chart. Let's see. Meta. Yeah, Meta's at 184 after hours. And then Chetta also said nice de-hedging in the market today. Friday should be interesting. Gotta head out making... Okay. All right, it's okay. All right, it's fine. There's no issue. It's fine. Chad, I really do appreciate everything you do. This community would not be here without you. And if you choose to consume potato donuts, it's okay. You get the pass. But if somebody like Zeke or Keanu said that, there would be some interesting words coming out of my mouth right now. But let's keep going. Let's get back to the stream. All right. Let's take a look at other markets now. The US 10-year falling into the 200-day moving average. You saw this little bear flag. I think I charted out yesterday on the morning stream. You saw a little breakdown, and now you're falling back down into that level. Classic bullish divergence really did not do much. And then we have crude oil, which rejected 82. That was a very key level. It did break out of the wedge. Now it's kind of back testing the wedge, so not bad. But we'll see how it continues to develop. And then finally, XLE. This was the one I was hoping for. I was really hoping for it on this one. at that cup and handle. Still has the potential for a cup and handle as long as it can pivot above these lows around 82.5. But you did reject the initial cup and handle breakout over the past few days. We've got gold. It was so close to breaking down, but remember, candle close confirmation is everything. I'm sure a lot of people got scared over here. All of you 90s gold traders got so scared, but you have hidden bullish divergence developing right now. You did get this bullish pin bar back above the 1920 level, and now you're showing a nice little fall through price action candle after that. And then since nice few days in a row, MACD's waning back towards green, volume's consistent. It's moving towards a potential breakout. We'll keep an eye on it. We've got the dollar currency index still in this wedge, but actually flushing under. Oh my gosh. Please stop. Please stop. What is this stream? First we have potato donuts right now. I doubt you all can hear this. Alright, I need to switch it. Okay, it stopped. Wow. Apple is reporting earnings tomorrow, and these AirPods, like, they've never done that. Like, the most high frequency sound ever. Like, it literally was crushing my brain for a few seconds. I'm good now though. I don't know what that was, but all right. The dollar currency index breaking under support, but still in the wedge, well on its way down. This reminds me of the ARK ETF. I mean, if we go back to, like, let's see, up over here, it's like the dollar's kind of doing this, like the typical market cycle, huge wave of euphoria, bullish pattern one after the other. Then you have, as Mitch Ray would say, a jump across the fence. Oh my gosh, this AirPod's still like squeaking in my ear. And now you're on the other side of the fence. So you kind of imagine you just jump over a fence, now you're just falling down to the other side. It could be quick. You went up the fence quick, you could fall down quick. Just think about jumping, right? And that's pretty much it for other markets. The Hang Seng Index is a little bit green right now, but still towards the top of the wedge and under resistance. So let's move into stocks right now. Let's start off with the SPY. Highest candle close on the S&P 500 since September 12th. Highest candle close since September 12th. And we actually talked about this on the latest episode of the Trading Addicts podcast. Keanu did mention it, that I do not shy away from being wrong on the streams. Every single time I'm wrong, I literally just straight up say I thought something was going to happen. It didn't happen. But I do that. But I also will let you know when I'm 100% correct. And if you've watched the streams over the past month, you already know. I don't even have to say it to you. But just for the people who haven't been, step by step. I mean, I was very, very bullish down over here at the right shoulder of the inverse head and shoulders. Over here, everybody was saying we're just going to top out at this trend line like we did every single time. And I was like the one person in the back of the room screaming, we're probably going to break out this time around. Then we went up into this resistance, and then people became bullish. And then at the end of last week, I was saying, I think we're going to get an early week pullback next week. If you were in the premium workshop on Saturday, I showed you so many reasons as to why I thought that was going to happen. Then we pulled back Monday. If you watched my stream yesterday, I was saying that the pullback looked good. We could be headed for room higher. Look at the title of last night's. No, it was live during day. Look at the title of yesterday's stream. I didn't even have caffeine. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I just had a hot chocolate. Maybe it was that frequency thing in my ear. It's like woke me up. But there you go. So you got the pullback. And now you're moving higher. Now you are testing a breakout on the S&P 500 of this whole entire inflection zone that dates back to the beginning of 2021. It looks good in my opinion. Volume is growing on a lot of moves up in the past. During the bear market, we've seen moves higher on the SPY with decreasing volume. And that was a very key signal for how I was able to find a lot of tops last year. Okay. Right now we're seeing a move higher with increasing volume. That is something you have not seen in a long time. All right. So good price action on the daily. On the 4 hour, I talked about this cup and handle during the stream yesterday afternoon. You broke out of that cup and handle. Really good volume today, of course, helped out by the FOMC. That's really it. You're testing a couple highs. You're still at the top of this resistance zone. very close to breaking it. Maybe with the price action after hours, you might have done a little bit better. Yeah, you went up another 2 points after hours. So you are above it after hours. Meta had good earnings. We'll see what Apple and Amazon do to the market tomorrow. But speaking about tech, let's look at the Qs. Huge day, breaking above the 200-day moving average. I'm not saying today alone because you did get a couple other closes above it, but the past week has pretty much been the first time the QQQ has closed above the 200-day moving average. I'm going to ignore these little highs, really since like the beginning of last year, in about a year. So you can see that was pretty much your top, or you didn't even really get up to test it as your top multiple times. You're now breaking above it. You triple bottom down at this support level. You also did clear out these few highs over the past few days, and now you're just testing. Look at that 303.2 level. High of day today was 303.4. I've had the top of this zone charted at 303.2 for months now. So if you've been looking at that level while I've been talking about the Qs, that was very close to your high of the day today. The reason I have that level is because of this high all the way back from fall of 2020. Remember to always look left on your charts, zoom out, and find the bigger levels. They can help you in the short term as well. So you're just testing the top of this zone. If you can break above it, then you've got a little gap fill over here around 308, and then the next zone of resistance in the mid 310s, 315, 316, some other highs and lows there from the past. So those are like the major indices. The ARK ETF first closed above the 200-day moving average. I mean, if we're going to be technical, since like November of 2021, but I'm not going to count all of this like fake out price action. This is the first time you're really above it, in my opinion, since April 2021, in almost 2 years. So if you can't understand all of these things I've been saying over the past 2 months, that we're getting changing variables in the market that are not the same variables we saw in the bear market, this is just a very simple way to look at that. I mean, if we're just being completely straightforward, this is the first time you were over the 200-day moving average, one of the most well-respected technical lines since, a year and 2 months, on the ARK ETF, mid-cap growth stocks, ones that topped out way before the SPY and the QQQ topped out. Those stocks are now also above the 200-day moving average. We've talked about this wedge multiple times. The back test played out beautifully. If you watched my streams last week, I handed this inverse head and shoulders to all of you on a silver platter. Honestly, it wasn't even me. There was a premium member who brought this to my attention a couple weeks ago. Again, another perfect example of breaking out of a level. You see this resistance level and then flipping it into a support before moving higher. Exactly what you want to see. And then what did you do after that? Huge move today, up 4%. Russell 2000 broke above the 188 resistance zone yesterday. These are just, I mean, issues on how well risk these levels are right now. I had this signed out for months. You broke above it yesterday. Where did you go? Right to the next level I had charted. Why did this level charted close to 196? Take a look at those highs, and then take a look at that low. And that's pretty much where you topped out today. So that is what's going on with the indices. Today was the lowest close for the volatility index since January of last year. You're breaking down or testing a breakdown of this range. You've been on the VIX between like 19 and 37 for the past year. If we go over to the weekly time frame, there you go. You can see that if we even just ignore, because now you're falling into this support. So you have that, which honestly you probably will bounce somewhere within this region and then make a move up. But right now you actually already cleared under this little support. All right, so that's what's going on with the VIX. Let's move into individual names. Zeke in the chat saying ARK has been in autopilot mode on the daily. Certainly has been. And yes, you have been saying VIX to 15. Check the daily cup and handle I shared in main chat. How far up is it? Because I don't want to. There we go. Yep, valid cup and handle there on the daily as well. Cup and handle inception. All right, so those are the indices. Let's get into the swings, which have been very nice. All right, let's start off with the ongoing ones. We've got X, highest close of the swing so far. I did draw out this rising wedge. You're still in it, but you could always just break above it. So I'm hoping that you do that, hit the first target at 30.47. Currently, this swing is up 7% since the alert. It's kind of been a slow mover. To be fair, though, if we look at the XLE, Energy Select Sector, that did reject the breakout. So it's not a huge surprise. We have Roblox, which hit the first target. This was alerted, I think, a week or two ago. Currently up about a modest 13% since I alerted this. And it is now testing a breakout of this downsloping channel it's been in since last August. Also your highest candle close since like the beginning of November last year. So good start to this swing. Fisker almost back in profit. Good. This is exactly what I wanted to see. All right, you got to bounce off the bottom of the zone last week, went all the way to the top of this zone, and the zone I'm talking about, let me draw it out right now, is this. All right. Got to bounce up to the top of the zone. Now you came back down, but you did not go all the way back down. You made a higher low. You're not bouncing off the bottom of the zone. You're bouncing off the middle of the zone. That's what I wanted to see. You have this other little resistance on the 4-hour. You're clearing on the 1-hour chart. You can see that higher low being put in. This is your first major swing low off the level in quite some time. And it's got a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders look to it. It's a good pattern forming here for Fisker, in my opinion. Might be a little bit biased, but you're still not out of the range. All right, you're still not even above $8. That's like your first resistance, but even after that, you got 850, then 9. There's a few more resistances that are very key in the short term that you're just not above. I think until it's cleared above 870 and holds it, you're still under a lot of pressure. Just a lot of pressure from the last half year, but it's a good start. Let's go into the one that hit a target today and it well exceeded, almost at the second target. AMD, I alerted this a couple weeks ago in the Discord for free. Link is in the description. Alerted at $68. It's now at $85. Of course, earnings helped out there. But even before earnings, we made the move up to test this level, which used to be support. We broke above it. And then today, with the help on earnings, you also cleared the 200-day moving average. Currently, the AMD swing is up 25%. Since the alert. Don't know what else to say. Double bottomed, broke out of a wedge, earnings came through. Very straightforward. Exactly what I wanted to happen has happened on this one. Another one in the books. Let's move into some of the tech swings. Amazon cleared both targets. I mean, I'm still just giving updates on this one because it's still moving. It's now trying to reclaim above this very, very big inflection zone. So many major highs and lows here from the past. And for right now, at least, you're just breaking above it like it's nothing. And where did all of this start? Where did it all start? Before the earnings, before the CNBC coverage, this all started when it was at the pattern completion zone of a bullish butterfly, a harmonic pattern. So send that to your friend that says TA is fake. We've got Google, okay, still trying to clear this $100 level, highest close in a while. I think since the end of last October, second target's at pretty much 105. This swing is up 13%, and then today, Meta at the close pretty much hit the second target, but after hours. Final target hit on the Meta swing. After hours with earnings. There you go. What can you possibly say? I alerted this down at 124. It is quite literally gone straight up to the final target. 47% gain in just over a month. And there's no like major pullbacks, major questions. Like no. Alert, run, boom, final target. There you go. If you want to take a look at what happened after hours, there's the candle. Huge earnings. You saw me in the thumbnail with my VR things, goggles, whatever they're called, glasses on, and the metaverse for right now is winning. There's no technical update really. I mean, 184 is where it closed after hours. That is a resistance level. Look at these highs over here. After that, I got 210. then 244. Those are just historical levels. You can see the highs and lows there from the past. And signed, sealed, delivered, Meta. All right. And then a new one, okay? All of you who just joined the stream are like, all right, I haven't been around for the past month. All these are just hitting targets. What's next? Well, AMC alerted today. And if you watched like yesterday's stream, I did say that there's a good probability of this getting alerted very soon. It's an aggressive one, okay? This can fail. It can fail. It's currently up already 4%. I literally alerted this today. It can fail, but the final target is 117% for this swing. So what am I thinking here for AMC? Okay. Start off on the weekly time frame. You have been in this falling wedge since all-time highs, and you are now approaching a breakout of that falling wedge with classic bullish divergence on the weekly. On the daily time frame, you just broke out of a smaller wedge literally today. There you go. Even from that wedge, if we look at this price action over here, let's go on to the 1 hour chart. This was another wedge you broke out of. Shout out Zeke for spotting that one. Classic bullish divergence there as well. Okay. You got the wedges. Cool. What else do you got? 4 hour hidden bullish divergence and a potential up and handle. And let's go back over to the daily. 5 times. Pretty much, let's create a little bit of a zone over here, okay? You see these lows? Make no mistake, that's not a coincidence. Let's go back in time a little bit. Those lows you just put in on AMC were major resistance before the squeeze, the insane meme stock short squeeze 2021 AMC GameStop. That was your major resistance prior to breaking above that and eventually running to all-time highs. And that is now, just like it was over here, flipped into a support. Once again, flipped in to a support. So we'll see what happens. Good start today. No certainty here. It could fail. And those are your swing updates. Let's just take a look at a few other names. Tesla today breaking above the 178 level, 5% green day. Did I chart this cup and handle? There we go. On the 1 hour on my last stream, I did chart out this cup and handle for Tesla. And you're testing a breakout of that 1 hour cup and handle. You broke the handle when we were live on stream yesterday, and now you just broke above the neckline of the cup. Hidden bullish divergence is confirmed. So let's see. There might be more to go. You've got this gap fill actually up around 193, dating back to like early December last year. I mean, it sounds crazy, but it's like we were only here like 2 months ago. But in between, it went all the way down to $100. So very, very big move for Tesla. Of course, this all started at the pattern completion zone of the bullish cipher when you printed a bullish hammer on the weekly with classic bullish divergence with high volume and the most oversold RSI Tesla has ever seen on the weekly, 27. And since then, Tesla is up about 80%. There you go. Lucid had a very nice move after the channel breakout with some Saudi Arabia news last week. And now it's pulled back about halfway back down. But this is something I am keeping an eye on. And I said the same thing exactly 1 hour before Lucid stock price doubled. Of course, a lot of luck there with the news, but saying that same thing again, all right? You now have developed hidden bullish divergence on the 1 hour chart. Into the close, you broke out of this wedge. There's a few different ways you can chart fibs. If we go like this, you're in the golden pocket. All right, you're bouncing between the 50% and the 618 golden retrace, golden zone bounce. This is a very typical place for a stock after a monstrous move to pull back to and find a bounce off of. You're already starting to do so. We will see whether or not it has more left in it. Okay. So that is Lucid. We have some names reporting tomorrow. Apple is one of them. There's not much I can say about the chart. I mean, you just broke out of this wedge, but you've got hidden bearish divergence in the 200-day moving average. It's going to come down to earnings. We already looked at Amazon. Thankfully, both targets have already been hit prior to the earnings. So, we'll see how those affect the market tomorrow. Other than that, pretty solid day. Nothing too crazy. Every single non-premium swing was green today. Every single premium swing except for one was green today. The only one that was down 2%. But as if you didn't see in the beginning of the stream, we had a marathon of swings hitting targets left and right today. This was a huge one. Literally alerted yesterday. I can't show this channel because I just alerted another one today. But yeah, literally alerted. I think it's right over here actually. If I open up this tweet right over here, as you can see, yesterday at noon, I alerted Peloton. I think this was right before I went live. And it was up 26% today. So if you want stuff like that, that's not a common result. Of course, I'm not going to act like that's going to happen all the time. But if you want the swings and stuff like that in premium, it's the first link in the description. We also had a really good webinar on Saturday. Great questions. Shout out to Zeke for helping me out with that. And yeah, so that's what's going on with everything. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel. Check out the links in the description. Thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for all the support. I probably will go live tomorrow during the day and maybe at night. We'll see. So maybe a double stream tomorrow. We'll see. Definitely one stream though. So be in the Discord so you can get pinged whenever I do go live, or just, well, do that for sure, but also make sure you have your notifications turned on. Have a good night. Timestamps should be out shortly, and peace out.